Ancient Feelings of Peace. Hi, I'm Mark Laux, and this podcast is about what it would be like if your ego, what you think of as your identity or personality, drifted off and left you with only your original awareness. Have you ever tried to imagine who you would be without the history of who you think you are? What would it feel like not to have the worries you have now, the drama that makes up your so-called life? Who are you when you're not living in fear? Who would you be if you were suddenly not who you think of as you? I know the answer to those questions, and I can assure you, what you're left with is beyond words. It is an experience so profound that it redefines you and everything you think you know about the world you see and the world you don't see. It is an experience. In that experience is an ancient feeling of peace, a feeling you will remember, an experience you will recognize. It is the perfect love of God. When I say the words love and God, that probably brings up a lot of historical meaning and judgments from the ego part of you. During this podcast, you'll need to set that history aside, put down those judgments, and approach what I'm leading you to with a very open mind. When I first experienced the love of God and heaven, my initial response was to try to find a word to describe what I was experiencing. The word that came to me was joy, and the moment that word popped into my mind, the experience ended, and I was back here in a body, with my ego identity still intact. Like a wet, dirty set of coveralls, my ego mind came back heavy and depressed. But over the years, I have taught myself to set aside my judgments and allow the God-love experience to come back. It always happens when I am most at peace, and it stays with me as long as I don't try to judge it, name it, or control it. There is a reason God-love can only be remembered in the innermost calm and quiet space of your beautiful mind. It's because love is not loud. Love need not shout. Love needs only to be extended. And love cannot be owned, controlled, or even understood. Love can only be given and then received by its being given through forgiveness. If you tune into this podcast over time, I will do my best to share with you the meditations that I have used to bring about those moments of pure God love. If what I share resonates with you, all I ask in return is for you to share that love with those you encounter. It is through giving love that we receive love. When I say that, I realize that statement will make more sense to you as we get to know each other better. Suffice it to say, God love needs to be given in order to grow. That is what I will be doing here, growing love. I'll let our spirit self speak and keep my ego out of the process as much as possible. And if you could, please write a review wherever you get your podcasts to help others find me. In this way, perhaps we can extend God love around the world. Know this, I love you unconditionally. Thanks for living. Thanks for listening. This podcast was written by me, Mark Laux, with the guidance of A Course in Miracles. Please subscribe and leave a review wherever you get your podcasts so others can find it. Thank you for listening. Ancient Feelings of Peace.